Hello and welcome to the first episode of Negus History. For this episode, we're going to be making and discussing the history of 5 holiday cocktails. For our first drink, I will be making
Rompope.
a rich, velvety Mexican liqueur traces its origins to the convents of Puebla in the 17th century. Legend has it that nuns, known for their culinary skills, created this creamy drink by blending egg yolks, milk, sugar, and aromatic spices. Drawing inspiration from ponche de huevo, or eggnog, brought over by the Spanish colonists, the nuns personalized the recipe, adding a Mexican touch.
Rompope.
Is differentiated from eggnog by its yellow hue, a result of using cooked egg yolks and excluding the egg whites. Initially crafted for religious gatherings,
Rompope.
its popularity soared beyond the convent walls. By the 19th century, local artisans began commercial production, establishing it as a beloved holiday indulgence. Today,
Rompope
remains a festive tradition embodying the sweet essence of Mexican holiday celebrations.
For this recipe, I will be using 3 cups of milk, 1 cup of cane sugar, 1 cinnamon stick, 7 egg yolks, and a half cup of rum. To begin this recipe, combine milk, sugar, and cinnamon sticks in a saucepan, bringing the mixture to a gentle boil over low heat. Allow the milk to simmer, stirring continuously until it has slightly reduced by more than a third. This should take approximately 15 minutes. Turn off the heat and let it rest in the saucepan. This should take about another 10 minutes. Then collect your egg yolks and whisk them until they become pale. Incorporate a small portion of the warm milk mixture into the egg yolks. Pour the egg yolk blend back into the saucepan containing the remaining milk mixture. Stir thoroughly to blend and reheat to a low boil. Continue stirring consistently, ensuring to scrape the sides until the mixture thickens. Turn the heat off and allow the mixture to cool to lukewarm. This should take about 20 to 30 minutes. After it has cooled, integrate the rum and cool the concoction completely, which typically takes about 2 to 3 hours. And there you have it, Rompope.
The second drink we are making today is Negus, a timeless beverage with a rich history that traces its origins to the 18th century England. Negus typically consisted of port wine, hot water, sugar, nutmeg, and lemon. Rumored to be created by Colonel Francis Negus, it gained popularity in the 1700s as a fashionable and sophisticated punch, served at social gatherings, and was even considered a fun children's drink. The term Negus is believed to be derived from the Ethiopian title for royalty, and this warming drink does indeed have a regal past. Its popularity surged during the Georgian and Regency eras, becoming a staple at aristocratic soirees. Negus is even mentioned in Jane Austen's novel Mansfield Park and Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. But as centuries passed, Negus evolved, adapting to different tastes and occasions. From its aristocratic beginnings, it became a cherished, festive treat. The simplicity of its ingredients and the warmth it provides have allowed Negus to endure the test of time, transcending social classes and cultural shifts.
For this recipe, I will be using tawny port, 2 cups of cane sugar, lemon juice, nutmeg, and boiling water. To begin, put 2 cups of cane sugar and 1 cup of water in a pan. Stir in the sugar and bring the water to a simmer. Stir constantly until the water is reduced to a thick, sugary syrup. Grab a glass and pour in some tawny port, lemon juice, nutmeg, sugar syrup, and boiling water. The ratios are not very important here. And there you have it, Negus.
Next, we will be making horchata, a refreshing and centuries-old beverage, traces its roots to diverse corners of the world. The name itself has Latin roots hailing from hordeum, meaning barley, and Mediterranean cultures have used grains like barley to make drinks for thousands of years. Barley water, an ancient Mediterranean beverage, is actually made using methods similar to horchata. Horchata, as we know it, spawned in Valencia, Spain, during the Moorish occupation, where chufa nuts, also known as tiger nuts, became popularized by the invaders. Tiger nuts originate from North Africa and have been cultivated in the region since ancient Egypt, where it has been found buried with ancient Egyptians in their tombs. The idea of making a tiger nut milk like horchata most likely originated in Africa and was brought to Spain by the Moors. The first horchata recipe, Horchata de Chufa, used tiger nuts and gained popularity across the Iberian Peninsula. In Latin America, horchata underwent another transformation. Here, rice became the primary ingredient, combined with cinnamon and vanilla, creating a sweet and spiced concoction enjoyed during festive occasions.
For this recipe, I will be using 1 cup of uncooked white rice, 2 cinnamon sticks, 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 1 14-ounce can of condensed milk, a dash of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 4 cups of water. To begin, put 4 cups of water and 2 cinnamon sticks in a large bowl. Then wash 1 cup of white rice until the water runs clear. Next, pour the rice into the bowl with water. Refrigerate and cover it for at least 5 hours. Now remove the cinnamon sticks and pour half of the rice and water into a blender. Blend on high for at least 30 seconds, then repeat this process with the second half. Once all the rice water is blended, strain it into a bowl. The first strainer did not work well for me, so I switched to a more fine tea strainer. This one worked very well. Then put the condensed milk, evaporated milk, vanilla, and sugar into the bowl. Stir until all the ingredients are incorporated. Finally, pour the horchata in a glass and add some coffee liqueur. And there you have it, a horchata cocktail.
The fourth drink we are making today is the hot toddy, a soothing elixir with origins that are somewhat elusive, shrouded in the mists of time and a blend of cultural influences. The term toddy is believed to have originated in India during the British colonial era, derived from the Hindi word taddy, which referred to a drink made with a fermented palm sap. As the concept of this South Asian drink traveled, it transformed, finding a cozy home in Scotland where whiskey replaced the original ingredients, giving birth to the hot toddy we know today. In the 18th century, the hot toddy became a popular remedy for colds and ailments, praised for its ability to provide warmth and comfort. As the hot toddy spread across continents, its ingredients evolved even more, with regional variations incorporating tea, spices, or rum. But whether sipped by the fire in a Scottish tavern or nursed at home during the winter chill, the hot toddy's journey reflects a global fusion of traditions.
For this recipe, I will be using roughly 1 shot of whiskey, 1 lemon wedge and 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of honey, and 1 cinnamon stick. Grab a glass and pour in the hot water, whiskey, honey, and lemon juice. Make sure to stir until all the ingredients are blended together. Throw on the lemon wedge and drop in the cinnamon stick. And there you have it, the hot toddy.
Next, we are making hot buttered rum. Hot buttered rum dates back to colonial America, traced to the early days of American trade with the Caribbean. Rum, a byproduct of the booming sugar trade, was often paired with hot water and spices to create a warming beverage. As sailors returned with exotic spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves, these ingredients found their way into the hands of inventive colonists. The drink gained popularity in the 17th century and recipes varied from home to home, though some ingredients remained consistent such as rum, hot water, sugar, spices, and butter. This elixir became a favorite during cold New England winters. Hot buttered rum quickly became synonymous with holiday festivities, providing a soothing and indulgent treat.
For this recipe, I will be using a 2/3 cup of packed dark brown sugar, 1/2 cup or 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a pinch of salt, 3/4 cup of spiced rum, 2 cups of boiling water, and 2 cinnamon sticks for garnish. In a large bowl, put the butter, dark brown sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, and salt. Mix together with a fork or mixer until all the ingredients are properly incorporated. Next, mix in the rum and boiling water. For this part, my fork wasn't working as well, so I switched to a whisk. The whisk worked much better. And there you have it, hot buttered rum.
And for our bonus drink, we will be making coquito. Coquito, which translates to little coconut in English, traces its origins to Puerto Rico, likely emerging sometime during the colonial era when the native Taino people and Spanish colonists exchanged culinary ingredients, techniques, and recipes for the first time. Coquito was first written down and recorded in the Puerto Rican cookbook Cocina a Gusto during the mid-20th century. The Taino people introduced the coconut, and Spanish colonizers contributed rum. Coquito gained popularity beyond Puerto Rico through migration and cultural exchange. Families passed down secret recipes, and the drink quickly became a staple at holiday gatherings.
For this recipe, I will be using 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 15-ounce can of cream of coconut, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 cup of white Don Q rum, and cinnamon sticks for garnish. To begin, place all of the ingredients except for the cinnamon sticks in a blender. Blend on high for 30 seconds or until the ingredients are properly incorporated. Once that is finished, place the ingredients in the fridge for at least 2 hours. And there you have it, coquito.
Well, that's the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you guys next week for my next episode of J Cooks History.